Hey Virgo, hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so I have quite a bit coming in for you from Spirit already. They kind of dropped me a bit into a scene and an image that I'm going to share with you in just a moment. But I am noticing as I am opening up into your energy, there is a bit of a like itchiness or a restlessness that I've been feeling. Like I literally had to take a little bit of a Benadryl before this because the energy was so present. It's almost like there's like a resting tremor of restlessness that's happening with this energy. So I really want to take a moment to acknowledge that because I do feel like that's something that you potentially may be experiencing or maybe haven't been aware of that's been happening underneath the surface. There's definitely some sort of like restlessness here is a way I'd describe this, but there's like a low level frequency or vibration of that. So good. I went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading. That spiritual quarantine will be in effect until the end of this reading, and I'll let you know when that comes down. All right, but they do have Spirit has a scene that they are showing me right now. So I found this really interesting. I had to do a little bit of research because they dropped me like directly into a scene here. And this is a metaphor that we're gonna kind of unravel a bit just to see where you are with things and what Spirit needs you to know right now. But they're showing you as what looks almost like a bit of like a traveler. And you're in a like almost like a jungle or a forest that's out near like a body of water. Like I see like a coastline here, is what they're showing me. And why I had to research is because I see you suddenly pull out of like your backpack or out of your pocket. You pull out one of these like turns out they're called like spy glasses. You pull out a spyglass. It's like that like collapsing telescope looking thing that you see in like Pirates of the Caribbean or one of those movies. And like, cause they're like traditionally were used by pirates who were like, you know, navigating the seas and like just looking for other ships. So yeah, I see you pulling one of those out and like using that and peering through it and looking down onto the shoreline. But it's not clear to me like what you're looking for, what you're looking at, and it feels like you're maybe somewhat satisfied with what you're seeing. I don't know if satisfied is the word, but I do think you see something, and that's kind of where Spirit is ending this scene. I have a sense they're probably gonna unfold some of this as we go along a little bit more, but yeah, so you are in this scene looking in this spyglass, the collapsing kind of telescope, and you're looking for something on this coastline or kind of looking at it, peering at it for some reason. And Spirit has something they want you to know about this. There's also, like I said, a low-level restlessness here. There's a vibration of that's very, very strong, of like an itchiness or a restlessness. So, okay, I also have a bunch of oracle cards spread out here on my tarot table. So let's go ahead. We're going to continue building this theme and then dive right into it here. You want this card? This card? All right, interesting. Okay, so they gave you this card. And see, here's some of the trees here. Yeah, it's like this could either be a forest or it could be a jungle for someone here too. I'm seeing both actually. It's like the scene's kind of shifting for me as they're showing it to me. Okay, and this card says vitality, longevity, perseverance. The perseverance is coming through really strongly on this card. I do feel like you're after something. I almost feel like the scene that I was dropped into here, or that I'm being dropped into, I almost feel like I'm just getting a little glimpse of maybe, like I said, you're in like almost like traveler's clothes too. I'm seeing, it's got kind of like an Indiana Jones vibe here with some of what you're wearing. But yeah, it's almost like I'm dropped into like a point of your journey here, and it looks like you're looking for something. That's the perseverance, but I don't know what. Okay, what is this energy, Spirit? What is this? It's almost like you've been looking for it like day and night. Oh, These two? Okay, so they gave you 2 cards. Interesting. I do feel like this is part of what's going well for you too. So we have the Magician. This is definitely coming through as something you're trying to create for yourself or trying to create here in this experience you're having within this life. Really interesting. And they're showing me some of the elements on this card, like some of the plants down here in the water. It's almost like the coastline that I'm seeing with the water, and some of the plants that you would see near that coastline as well. But it's interesting because what I'm seeing is what looks like a sandy beach. Okay, interesting. They also gave you the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, they're telling me now that you've been looking for, I think, like an opening in the tree line. Yes, a way for you to get maybe closer to the coast. Because I see you a bit elevated in this scene. It's almost like you're higher up looking down onto the coast. So I do feel like you've been looking for a break. Okay, you've been looking for a break. Now, that is definitely a metaphor as a part of this scene. It's also something very literal for you that you've been looking for. You've been looking for a break into something or a break from something. Yes, it's coming through as like looking for an opening. Yes, that's how I describe it. You're looking for an opening. Okay. I really like that because the 8 of Swords in reverse, this is a card that's all about liberation. It can be about coming unconstrained from limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs. That's how it's coming through here. It's almost like an opening. You're looking for an opening in between all of the swords and the snake around the heart. Yeah. Okay. And the Magician's just showing where you're going a little bit closer here. So we're just going to follow this message from Spirit. They definitely want to roll out more of this scene and this story to me to share with you. Okay, so what's on top here? What is this opening that they've been looking for? This card? This one? The Sun. Yeah. Yes. Again, another a break, an opening. It's almost like if this were dark and dreary and not feeling very hopeful. It's almost like looking for the silver lining, looking for some sort of light in the dark. That's the analogy coming through here from Spirit. Yeah, you're looking for some sort of light in the dark. Wow, that feels really deep. I'm not gonna lie, that feels really deep. Okay, they want to give a bit more context here. Hold on. Let's get a little bit more context. What is Virgo going through right now? This? Yeah, I kind of sensed that was coming in. They gave me the 8 of Pentacles. I kind of sensed that. I was like, this is a very Virgo card. I very much so associate this with you, Virgo, just because, again, you see this person hard at work here. And very methodical, very ordered, very timely. Now it doesn't mean you necessarily have to be I'm hearing someone think this I'm not one of those Virgos, okay? Doesn't mean you necessarily have to, but there is a sort of they're saying method to the madness with the ways that you approach your life. There always is, whether you know it or not. It's almost happening subconsciously for you, for some of you. For some of you, you're aware of this. Some of you lean pretty hard into this. Spirit's saying that's coming in reverse. Okay, almost too much. Okay, yeah, but it's almost again, looking for a break. For some of you, you may be looking for, this is a very specific message for a few of you. You may be looking for maybe a job opening or a new role. This is coming through as work for someone, looking for work. Yes. Okay, that's not for everyone here. For others of you, it could be you are looking for maybe that opening in terms of your career with a promotion. For some of you, it's not related to that at all. Maybe around an artistic endeavor. I am getting for someone here, potentially, it's around looking for a break into the industry is what I'm hearing. That could be an industry of any sort. Do you want these two? This one? Okay. Okay. okay? But it doesn't have to be that. It just feels like overall, the energy here is you're looking for some sort of like light. Yes, some sort of hope. It's coming through as like hope too. For a reason to hope. Yes. I'm hearing that your dreams can come true. And I do feel like that's definitely part of it and part of what's here. So they give you the Two of Swords. So like I said, this is confirming part of what I was saying earlier. Some of you are not aware. I was talking about the message about like, actually there is a method to your madness. Like, if you are someone who's maybe like, not as organized per se, okay, as the archetype of Virgo can be thought to be. Like, it's perfectly okay. Spirit is saying regardless, there is a way that your life is unfolding that does have a perfect design. And I just don't think you're seeing this. This is also coming through. They're showing me the animation now of this person like shaking. So again, it's that kind of like low level tremor or that itchiness, or that's what I'm seeing happen here. Okay, is this upright? No, they're saying this one's in reverse. This is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like for all of you, this is coming through as feeling overwhelmed in reverse. This card's in reverse, but I want to show it to you upright. Okay, it's almost like you see all these wands at the bottom. It's almost like there's too much here, and you're like trying to, I don't know if it's like keep the way it's coming through is like keep on top of it, almost like you see this person elevated again on this card. Yeah, so keep on top of it, for you to stay on top of it, for you to for some of you stay on top of your mental health. But I do feel like this potentially has been affecting some of that dimension of who you are. I actually did a reading on that pretty recently. I don't know if some of you want to check that out. I'm definitely getting a recommendation from Spirit for a couple of you. I did a reading on like something taking a toll on your mental health, so maybe you want to look at that one. Okay, but it does feel like there's a feeling of like overwhelm here. It's like too, again, this is coming out a little bit in reverse. It's like too, there's too much going on with work, or you're doing too many job applications, or it just feels like, again, there's not really been a good break in the energy here that you've been looking for. I see you here in this kind of like, again, the density of this either jungle or this forest that I'm seeing. Yeah, and you've been almost looking for a way to get to like the clearness of the shore of that coast, kind of out of this. Interesting. Okay, for some of you, it's coming in as well as almost like you've been having an overwhelming amount of not just like to-dos on your list for some of you, but it's coming through as like a lot of maybe repetitive thoughts, repetitive thinking. They're showing me this Eight of Swords upright, and it just feels like it's I'm hearing that it's suffocating you somehow. Yeah. But you, again, you really want this sun. You really want this sun. Now, this sun, again, is representing some sort of like break in the energy. It's how I'd best describe this is almost like breaking the magnetics of this energy. Yes. The overwhelm. Part of this reading is intended to help with that. It's almost like there is a way through this, in fact, and I am actually seeing it in this scene. That's very clear. Yes. Okay, so that is possible, but it just doesn't feel like with this Two of Swords, I don't think you're seeing it. Yeah, you're not seeing it right now. Okay, let's go deeper, Spirit. Let's go a little deeper. Do you want this one? Yeah, okay, yeah. So this card as well, they have basil. Yeah, it's coming through. It says prosperity, luck, and love. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like, again, some sort of opening into this. Like, Where is my luck? Where is my fortune? Where is the kind of break in this energy that could lead into this? But it's almost feeling like this is coming out in reverse. It's almost feeling like you are wondering where that is. Where is my good luck? Where is the prosperity that I desire? Where is the love that I need to feel right now? Where are those things that would make me feel, again, this is very associated with the sun, would make me feel joy in my life, make me feel happy, make me feel carefree? Where, for some of you, where is the money that I need? Where is that good energy? And where has that gone? It's almost like you've been kind of wandering through the density of this forest and this jungle for too long, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, so there's been a bit of like, again, needing hope, needing to see a way through it. And Spirit wants to give you some of that today through this reading. Yes, that it's okay, and that there actually is one coming up. Do you want another card? Do you want this? Okay, let's keep going. What do you mean by that, Spirit? What do you mean by that? What do you mean it's coming up? What? This card? This it? It says rosemary. It says remembrance. It says loyalty. It says faithfulness. Okay, so this is interesting. Spirit is actually asking you right at this moment, okay, to remember a time where you did actually have a break, where you did have an opening, where you did get the thing you were going after. They really want you to think back also into childhood here. I'm seeing this child on this horse. Was there a moment where you felt carefree or felt like the world was with you, not against you? Where you could see the sun through the trees, where things were much simpler, in fact. Yeah, they want you to remember that time. And they're trying to say here that it is possible, that is possible. It is possible to simplify. That is definitely part of the recommendation here, is a recommendation to simplify. Simplify whatever you're working on, simplify the over-organization or under-organization that's happening, the compartmentalization that's happening. There's a wanting to get really to what is essential. What do you need to do right now? That's it, right? And they're saying something here around like being alive is enough. Yes, being alive is actually enough. And it actually is that simple. Our minds tend to pile on thing after thing for us, our egos, if you want to call it that, kind of pile on things on top of us. Spirit wants you to remember the simplicity of being in your body, the simplicity of just being alive, actually. Wants you to remember that. And that all of the elements of what you need to have this beautiful paradise are actually all here with you. The fire, earth, sun, air, all of it. The elements are with you. All of the elements you need are here to have that experience right now, actually. So this is actually a call to simplification, to going back to things being easier. And they're saying here that is absolutely possible for you. even if it is in situations you're finding yourself right now that do feel stressful. There's a recommendation for you to take breaks is definitely part of it, but to know that a breakthrough is also coming. Yeah. But it won't matter if the breakthrough comes if you are too strained, if you are too restless, if you are too overwhelmed to be able to step into it. I'm almost seeing like a portal. They're showing me it's like a portal. It's like stepping into it, for you to be ready to step into it. But they're saying, again, that's here at any time. It's almost like you are able to portal right from where you are in these trees right to the shoreline. Yeah. It's almost like using your spyglass telescope here. You can see where you'd like to go, and it's just opening that portal to get there. They're saying here, you don't even have to walk it necessarily. Yes. But it does require you setting down potentially some things that are causing too much clutter, mental. It's coming through as like clutter of the psyche. Yes, that are just causing more buildup than is needed. Okay, let's keep going. I want you to remember that. Remember that simplicity. Remember what is essential, because you have all the essentials you need, actually. They're all right here, right now. Right now. If you are, if you have food, you're able to eat. If you have water, you're able to drink. If you have a place to put your feet. If you have a place to put your head. Yes, you have the essentials. You're cared for deeply. This card? Yeah, the star. That's the healing that's needed there. Beautiful. And they're showing me the kind of shoreline here. And I'm seeing the tree in the background of this card. Yes, it's almost like you were able to portal to this coastline. But that's the healing. It's just keeping to the essentials, like not being overcluttered. And they're showing the stars here as if this is your spirit team. Each of these stars is part of a member of your spirit team here watching over you as you do this divine simplification process. Yes, it's almost like when you distill the water down to its purest form. Like you see the water bearer doing here. Yes, and this is a card connected in with Aquarius. Very nice. I really like that. Okay, what else? Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, distill it down. Distill it down. I am a temple. It says holy, divine, sacred. Yes, this is a very Virgo card. Very Virgo card. You are the sign of the shaman, right? But Spirit is saying here that it's important that you are treating your own space, your own emotional, mental, spiritual spaces, dimensions of self, like the holy temple that they are. It is important that you are holding boundaries around what gets in and what needs to be set down or let out. Yes, it is important that you are allowing your sacred, the most sacred vessel you have, your body, to rest as well. That's what they want you to remember, to come back into body. body is connected with earth. Earth is you, Virgo. Okay, so there's a connection here to that that's really strong. That Spirit really wants you to remember. Spirit wants you to, yes, come back to what is essential. That's what they keep saying, but that's what it is. Come back to what is essential here. And there's no need to over clutter anything, to overdo it, to create too many to-dos, too many tasks, too many what ifs, too many, there's no need to, almost like with, I see this person now with the spyglass, like telescope, trying to almost peer into the future, and Spirit's asking you to collapse it, to come back to the present. There's no need to predict what's in front of you. Yes, that is not a design that you need to hold. That's for the universe. That is for Spirit, and that is for your Spirit team to manage and to handle. The only responsibility you have is to live your life moment to moment, to be in the experience of the unfolding as it happens. That's what's important. There is actually nothing that you can plan. There's nothing you can plan. Any plans are already baked into or built into the design, into the blueprint, the design of your soul. Yours is already beautifully made. There's nothing you need to mentally do here. So Spirit wants you to come into the present and know that that work is already and has already been done. All you have to do is be right here, right now, and allow it to unfold in its most beautiful design. Great. All right, so let's see here if there's any last recommendations, advice from Spirit before we go ahead and pull a final oracle card. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have 2. They're saying set it down. See this squirrel? I see this squirrel, the way they're showing it to me. This squirrel is putting it down. Okay, they want you to just set it down. There's nothing else you need to plan. There's nothing else you need to prepare. There's nothing else you need to write or document or matrix out. There's nothing you need to do, okay? Spirit is asking you to take the opening here, to allow yourself to be present, actually. It's really that simple. And if there is something right now that is going on in your life that is super stressful, all you have to do, again, is get back to what is essential. That is what Spirit keeps saying, because that is the key. If it's simple, it's right. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, new beginning. New beginning. All right, so let's go ahead and we are going to close out with an oracle card, and I am going to read from the guidebook. And if there's anything else that needs to be channeled, I will channel that as well for you. All right, final card for Virgo. And this card. I like it. Yes, love it. All right, they give you 2 cards. I don't think I've seen one of these. I haven't seen this other one. So cool. Okay, they're both saying the same thing. Okay. Oh man, this is cool. I don't know which one we're gonna read yet. This one says, pave your own way, leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. This is beautiful. And this is still evoking some of the image of the kind of scene I'm seeing a bit. Pave your own way. I really like that. Okay, and the other one we have is the road is clear. Beautiful. It says, you know what to do, walk it your way. Wow, I really like that. Which one do you want to read? Okay, so the pave your own way, I feel like, what do you want to say about this one? They're saying something here about forge, don't follow. it's almost like, oh yeah, they're saying here that how you forge your path is actually in the moment, by walking it step by step. It is not actually by planning it out. Planning it out means there are roads with dead ends or roads with no ends, actually. Their spirit is saying here that your soul already has a path. It's already laid out. Yes, you've already paved your own way. It is your life as it exists. It is you embodied. So it will unfold, and each step of the way will be exactly as precise as you see on this card, in fact. And you see how beautifully designed this is. It is actually perfect, and it was made in nature, and it's representative of the ways that your soul, Virgo, designs. Okay? It is perfect, in fact. Yeah, they really want to bring that home for you. So the only thing you have to do is take the steps. You just have to walk the path. You have to be in your life. That's all you have to do right now, from moment to moment. And that is enough. All right, well, we're gonna read The Road is Clear, okay? And see what else comes out with this one. I've never read this card, so I'm really, really excited. Do you see here how, oh my gosh, I can't even make this up. Do you see how like there's like these mountains here and this person's walking, this is actually a shore into the ocean here. Yeah, it's right there. It's almost like you were portaled in, like there's a portal here. I love it. So cool. All right, let's read this one. It says, the road is clear. I'm getting angel number 7 for you, if you want to look that up. Okay. You've been working toward this moment for a while now, stone by stone, carefully paving the road before you. It's your time now to walk it, to journey ahead without wavering. You know what to do and you know how to do it. The road ahead of you is clear and success is on the horizon. Be bold and truly go for it. Expansion and ease are here. You're ready to do what you came here to do. Remember, you've been working toward this moment for years, decades, or even lifetimes. If you asked a question, the answer is yes. If you're querying whether you're ready for something or if the time is right, the answer is yes. If you're wondering if you have what it takes, the answer is yes, yes, and yes. Enjoy the next phase of your journey. You've earned this moment, this flow, this prosperity, this progress. You're going to make it look easy, but it's likely this is the result of years of being devoted to your path. As you walk it now, remember to walk it your way. Own your path because there's no one who can walk it quite like you. And the Ancient Stone's activation is, I'm ready to walk my unique path in a way that only I can. That's beautiful. That's so precise. Yeah, and like I said, there's something here with this energy coming through. Again, Virgo, you're no stranger to hard work, okay? But I do feel like it's Spirit wanting you to get back into the present moment. You've done all the planning, you've done all the tasks. I mean, again, the to-do list will be forever, okay? There's nothing you need to do there. Spirit wants you to be present with the actual walking this path. Again, your paved road it's already paved for you. Okay, and even if you are someone right now, again, maybe you are looking for a job, or maybe it is a situation where you are in a stressful time or waiting on that promotion. Again, I do feel like there is some sort of breakthrough coming. The Spirit is saying there is a path you are intended to walk, whether it's this one direction or another one, but you have to be in the moment to walk it. Okay, there's no amount of planning you can do with it. It's already planned for you. This is your destiny. The path is already made. All right. Well, I hope this reading has been helpful for you. I do feel like, Spirit has definitely given a bit of a sense of where you've been in this kind of very dense energy, but I do feel how much that this has cleared for you. So, you know, feel free to visit this reading at any time as you need that reminder of this kind of path you're walking and the new energy that you're moving through. If this reading has been helpful for you, just let me know. Feel free to give this reading a like or drop a comment. That just lets me know if this found you where it needed to and found you on time. If this tarot channel is resonant for you, feel free to go ahead and subscribe for other messages and healing messages like this one. I also have a Patreon subscription, so if you'd like more specific curated healing messages week over week, I do a reading every week for that Patreon subscription. It's for a much smaller group, so they're a little more grounded, and they talk about what your upcoming healing is, especially if you're actively working on your healing journey right now. Those can be really, really incredibly helpful. So definitely feel free to check that out. I also have some other offerings as well in the description box. I have personal readings and some other healing services. Also, if you'd like to give a donation to this channel, that will support me in continuing to provide these resources and these readings to folks for free. Just feel free to give a donation. That'd be really sweet as well. All right, well, it's been so great having you here. I hope this has been helpful. The spiritual quarantine is going to come down now, but I am wishing you a lot of presence and a lot of simplicity and a lot of what is just essential for you moving forward. All right, thanks for being here, Virgo. I'll see you at our next reading. Bye for now.